What's up, everyone? You're tuning into the Diamond Strong podcast. It's where you come feeling good and you leave feeling great. The action starts now. How was spring training?
It's good, man. It's good. It was the beginning of it was tough, man. Just that adjustment from like being a player to a coach. You know, like um, wanting to be out there with the players and realizing you got to step back and just be a coach, bro. Like it's such a different experience. Um, but overall, man, it was freaking amazing. Like by the end of
Really?
it, I felt like I felt a part of the team. I felt a part of a group who was there to be like, be better for the players and get the players better, which was just like phenomenal. So it was dope.
So it's like actually getting into that mindset of like, yo, I'm here to help somebody, right? Like you're like, yo, I'm really here to help these guys get better.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like coming into it, that was all I wanted to do. But, doing such a quick transition, it's not like I don't really know how to do it, like being honest about it. Like I've never coached, I never uh had like what what do you I've never done like taking
Mentoring?
yeah,
Like,
no, I could mentor, but I've never I've never like took a kid to the batting cage and taught him how to swing a bat, right? Like I've never done anything like that. Um, so it's just really giving all the information that I had as a player and changing the terminology a little bit so the player can understand what I'm saying now, and it's fun, bro. Super fun.
yo, it is insane to think about because like you never think about that as a player, right? Like
Mhm.
if somebody asks you like, yo, Jay, can you help me with my swing? You're like, yeah, sure, whatever. But like now it's your job to help them on a daily basis.
Yeah, yeah, bro. It's fun though, man. Like it's so cool because I also want to give them the freedom to fail. You know what I mean? Like I feel like as a coach now, I have to allow them to go and try something their way,
Mhm.
and also allow them to be able to find me whenever they need me, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not right over their shoulder, like constantly looking if they're doing the right thing or not, but just not like you do your thing, and there'll be some times where you need to come and talk to me and communicate with that and communicate with me, and hopefully I've built a relationship well enough for the player to just do that, right? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Damn, bro, that is nuts. I never thought about it that way. And what about when you saw like your teammates? Like
Oh,
you get in there and yo, you go to the locker room and instead of going to one locker, you go to the other. Like how was that?
oh man, this
Were they riding you or what?
nah, nah.
Messing with you?
A little bit, but they know what's up though. I can't. It's like for me, it was weird a little bit because you want to hang out with them and do those things, but at the same time, like they respect me. They respect me as for the job that I'm doing now, and they ask questions too, like just like any player that I'm working with now, like any younger player I'm working with now. They ask me questions on how can I play this in the outfield, how should I do this, how should I do that, and that's just love to me. You know what I mean? So it's we still have that we still have a bond, but it's just different a little bit now more that
Yeah.
I'm a coach, so it's cool. Yeah.
That you're older than some, I mean, you're younger than some of the players,
Yeah,
technically, right?
I hope so, possibly. Probably, yeah. Yeah,
Oh, man. And so now the plan is obviously you're there in AZ, right, for the season?
yeah. I'll be managing one of our teams here in the rookie ball league. So
That's sick,
yeah,
bro. Yo, and learning how to manage, bro. Have they taught or did you manage some games in spring training? Like,
yeah. Oh, most definitely. Yeah, I was started off managing our low A group, which was pretty much most of our rookie ball players at the time
uh-huh.
because you got so many guys in big league camp. But yeah, managed. I mean, it's cool, bro. Like working out on the third base coach's box. I'm
Yo,
not.
let me see them signs, G. Let me see
Oh,
them
hey,
signs, cuz.
yeah, hey, nah. I don't be flicking out too many signs, man. I just let them play, dude.
Yo, you hit him with the
Yeah.
get
Hey,
it.
one dude the other day asked me if he could. I think we had a one pitch out, right? First pitch out of the batter before, and the hitter came up and asked. He was like, "Hey, man, like." take. I'm like, nah, ain't no take, dude. Swing the bat. Like, I want you to do damage, man. So, it's funny he took, but he ended up hitting a home run on like the next pitch. So it was amazing to see that. You know what I mean? Like the kids that they help you, they help me so much. Like it's their game, not mine.
Yeah. What are the coaches like really helpful to you too? Like, hey, when you're running, like, how was it the first day you wrote the lineup, bro? Like, were you?
Oh, I mean, first day I wrote the lineup, it was chill, bro. Like, you get your lineup card, just put the names down. In spring training, it's not really too much to do, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm kind of more in that mode of just like putting the lineup down and letting the guys do their thing. But the coaches, like, I mean, they've been helpful, man. Like, just how to view the game, what to look for, what not to look for. Um, defensive positioning, stuff like that. Like everything's been phenomenal on that
Are
side.
you seeing it differently though? Do you see the game in like a whole different light now for real?
Um,
Or is it the same thing?
yes and no. Because I to be honest, bro, like, we play against each other our whole career. So like me becoming a role player last year, I feel like that's like me viewing the game from the dugout. It really helped me better myself for where I'm at now. So yes and no. Like I've always been into just watching every single intricate, like every single detail of the game. I'm definitely more locked in now because I can't, as a manager, I have to be locked in on offense and on defense. So like, if somebody want to come and talk to me about something, I'm like, like hold on, like I'm trying to see if we're positioned right here on this pitch. It's everything to me because it matters for the players. Like it matters if this guy is shifted pull, if this guy is shifted opposite field, because that pitcher, we have an ERA to protect. I want him to do well. So yes and no. There's just no breaks. There's no breaks in between in the game. There's no sitting down chopping it up with the homie about something.
Yeah.
It's locked in 24/7. But
So
it's
your body doesn't hurt, but your mind hurts after the game for sure.
boy, hey, cooking, bro. You're cooked, bro. Like it's a different stress, man. Like, and I don't even want to say stress. It's just a different grind. Um, bro, being a coach now, I've gained so much respect for everybody who taught me anything in baseball, especially professionally and college. Just how much attention to detail there is, from scheduling, from a practice, from how we're running batting practice, like all that stuff matters. Like all that stuff is all that stuff takes work and time and preparation. It's not as simple as just, hey, players, go out here and do this. Nah, somebody thought about it before we did that. You know what I mean? Which is it's just cool to see.
Yeah, so when we're in the outfield in the middle of spring training, you're like, yo, why are we doing this, bro? This is so stupid. Jacob was the one that put that in the schedule, bro. At 6
Yeah,
a.m.
hey, that's me. Y'all got a great come to my office, dude. It's cool. In my office, it's cool.
Oh my god, damn, bro! Jacob tried us with the outfield, the double cuts, bro. That's
Yeah.
messed up.
Hey, did it right the other day, but it's cool now.
Oh, they did it right. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
we did it right now. For sure.
Oh man, dude, I meant to wait to the end, but bro, it's just so exciting to like see you doing that, bro. It's so cool because, like, bro, I don't know. Did you ever? I know you always wanted to stay in baseball. Like you've always talked about, I've always wanted to be like you love the game so much. Like you're honestly a sports fanatic, and we'll get into that more. But like when actually like, do you feel like you've actually retired? Like, do you feel like you're actually done playing?
Wow. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. Because I don't miss the working out 24/7. I don't miss, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like I don't, man.
Amen, G.
I don't miss the grind of having to swing.
500 times, bro. Your back hurt.
I'm
Everything.
good, man. Like, let somebody else have it. I'd rather be there for people and support them. So I don't, nah, I don't miss playing. Um, now, coaching is just help me relax on that. Like, it's just help me be more of who I feel like I am, the loving person I am, the caring person I am. So
Did you ever feel like you held that back sometimes while you were playing? Like that love, like
yeah, 100%. Had to. You know, it's because it's so competitive. This game is so
Yo,
you can't you really don't want to give people too many you don't want to give people too much information, too much love because it might come back and burn you in a way sometimes. But that's just me being honest. Um, but like for me, man, I just look at it all perspective, right? Like if I wasn't able to be the loving person I am when I played, I wouldn't be able to do this now. I wouldn't have been able to move to this transition so fast, in my opinion. So this is um this is everything for me.
yo, you obviously showed it enough because everybody loves you there, bro. So you
Yeah,
ain't going nowhere ever.
yeah, yeah.
That
We'll
you don't
see.
you never see that though, bro. You never see a player. I mean, you might maybe I guess us we've seen it because we've been in the game, but for somebody to get drafted by an organization, play out all their years with that organization, and then instantly go into coaching with that organization, it's like it speaks about your character, bro. It speaks about who you are too. Like, don't
Sure.
get
Yeah.
it twisted, bro, because you must have showed a lot of love.
Right. Yeah. I mean, most definitely, man. Like, I think the people that I first met when I first got drafted. Like my farm director, our farm director with the Giants, Kyle Haynes. He was my short season manager when I got drafted. So um, it's been cool to just like see this whole process of my journey, other people in my organization's journey to allow me to stay with us. I think it just says a lot about the people in this organization, in my opinion. Who they value, what they see, how much they care about people's character and how they treat people. I think it's phenomenal. Because if I felt like they if they weren't treating people right, like I wouldn't go back, man. You know what I mean? Like um, it's it's special. I think our organization is a special organization. Just all around. We try to get better as baseball players. We try to get better as coaches. They try to get better at everything, and that's what I appreciate. Everybody trying to grow and trying to be the best version of themselves every day.
How important is winning at every level for you guys? Like, obviously, you guys treat people great. Like, I've there's it's it's said around the league, right? Like everybody knows that you guys treat your players with respect and like treat everybody like a big leaguer, right? Like even when it comes to injuries, things like that. But like are how much of an emphasis is there on winning and how much of that is on development and like do you guys kind of how do like behind the scenes, bro, I guess because now you have a behind the scenes look like how does that go? Where do you guys put that focus on as coaches?
I think we're our job is to develop winning baseball players, winning major league players. You know what I mean? Like, um, you know, if you're winning in the minor leagues, more likely you have a higher chance of winning in the big leagues, right? You have like we had I want to say like the Buster Posies, the Bumgarners, the Brandon Crawfords, the Brandon Belts. These guys came up throughout the minor league system and won in the minor leagues, won championships in the minor leagues, and then they proceeded to do that in the big leagues. And that's pretty much our goal is to create winning baseball players um, at every level so they can do the same thing once they get to the big leagues. Just creating that team environment, creating that love and chemistry that should be able to help a team win in the future when they're when they're fully grown. So yeah.
It is insane, man, because you see it over and over again. The teams that win down there, bro, all of a sudden, like, yo, you face the Yankees in the minor leagues, it's on site every time, bro.
Sure, sure.
Every time, even if they haven't won in so long, right, in the big league level, but they're always around, bro, and you realize it because of what they got coming up all the
Totally.
time.
Totally. It's
Oh man. All right, bro. Let's I guess start now officially, but even though we've been going for a little bit, but
look,
um yo, take me back to the beginning, bro. Take me back to when you were a kid. Like, obviously, you grew up in a baseball family, but like, what was your first love? Did you always want to play baseball when you were a kid, or did you have other sports that you were like, yo, I want to do this, I want to do that? Like, what did you want to do when you were a kid?
well, when I was a kid, I pretty much wanted to do whatever my brother was doing. I was started playing at 5 years old, and he was playing baseball, and that's what I ended up doing. And I came to love it. It came to be everything for me. Um, Growing up in McDonough, Georgia, being a sports town, being in the South is just straight up sports. So I ended up loving baseball. I didn't think about really any other sport besides baseball. um, ever really in terms of playing it. I think maybe once I wanted to play basketball in like elementary school, but I just realized like it wasn't going to be enough. I didn't have enough time to do both. So baseball was definitely everything to me, man. From since I was 5 years old, and I was balling, so I enjoyed it.
Ah.
You know, so I never had to struggle as a kid when I was playing. You know, like every other professional baseball player, we were good for the most part at a young age. So I love the game, dude.
Yo, when you were a kid, you were nasty or what, Jay? Like, since you were a jit?
Yeah, 5 years old, 8 years old. I had 35 home runs in one season. Yeah, 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 yeah. It was
How many games you hit 35? Like 45 or something like 50?
yeah, maybe something like that. And like the fields, I don't know, bro. I made like back then. The fields felt so small to me. Like it was just like hitting the line drives and they go out. So it was fun. Yeah, it was dope.
Yo, did
dope.
you ever play, would you go practice with your brother? Like, when
Oh
you
man,
were little? Because you guys were too far apart, right? Like
so we're 6 years apart. The thing about I never really practiced with him for the most part. It was more that I was always like the bad boy for his team growing up, and I used to travel everywhere they went, um, from Missouri to Colorado to like anywhere to Florida. Like I was always with my brother and his team, and like there was a group of guys from our hometown who my brother was best friends with growing up, and my dad would all drive them as well and take them to trips like all across the country. So I had been around older guys, playing the game and learning from them and just watching how they played, which ended up, teaching me how to handle the game as well. The energy, the vibes, the chemistry that should be created in a locker room or around your teammates. Like it's important.
dang, so that it's crazy because you would go see those games and then go play, like, your age, and you're like, "Oh, this is."
Cake, bro.
That's why, bro. You're in there in the dugout tracking
Yeah,
dudes throwing
yeah,
hard, bro, and then you go and there's someone still
yeah, bro.
lobbing the
You
ball,
feeling
you're
it,
like
mama? I'm chilling, dude.
you're
I was chilling, bro.
you're hitting the tongue out, bro, you're like, "Oh, come on, bro. Let me get this quick so I can go back and watch my big bro play,
No,
bro.
no, bro.
Let's get this over with, bro.
Yes,
I just
man.
gotta check the boxes here, bro."
Mm-hmm.
Dang, dude, that is sick, bro, because obviously, like, you think about it and you're like, "Man," like, somebody that got to s obviously, Jason was amazing, right? Like, he was unreal too, but as a little brother, just watching that and seeing it, like, that helped you. Like, that
Yeah,
helped you.
it definitely um it gave me. I want to say some of it gave me confidence, and then just like it was just fun. Like it helped, make the game fun. Because like if you're going up there and I'm watching my brother not be good, like I'll probably be switching ideas on what sport I want to play, right?
Yeah. Let me go play soccer. Let me go
Yeah,
play something
bro.
else, dog.
We're not doing this. Because I'm extremely competitive, man. If I do something, I want to be all in. And so, watching him perform, watching the players that he was playing with perform, it was amazing. So it just gave me even more drive to try to make it to where they're at and do what they're doing. It was literally like living a dream in real life, like in person. Just watching teenage players just ball out and win championships. Like it was fun.
Oof. Were they
Yeah.
playing in East Cobb too? Did he play in East Cobb?
He played East Cobb. I'm gonna say when he was 15, and bro, like he was 15, and I was like, 10, 9, and bro, like watching the players that he was playing with, like all these guys are like top picks, man, like first rounders, second rounders. Dudes at 16 years old, left-handed throwing 96. Like I'm watching their games and right behind home plate at East Cobb on field one, man, and it's a dream. Like I can't believe what I'm seeing. Just watching scouts follow these guys all around and seeing the talent that was on display was amazing. It's unreal. Like people, I don't think really people can imagine how competitive it is, how talented players are at that age. Like, when we were 15, 16, bro, we were balling. Like people don't really realize how competitive it is to compete at that level. And it was just fun, man. Like I love seeing, I love watching. I wanted more of it. So it would just create more of a better environment when I played, which was
Yeah.
dope.
Do you think that, like, the type of baseball that we played at 15, 16 years old, and even you watched, right, like, is almost, in a sense, as competitive or maybe even more competitive than like playing in some pro ball games. Like,
But yeah, I think it's the same. It's just competitive. Um,
yeah,
Sometimes more for sure because I mean you have some teams who have like what every player went D1, every player like, or you had like five guys go like first rounders or top five, top 10 rounds, whatever, right? You know what I mean? So
mhm,
that's a squad. Like that's that's like the 2016 Cubs when they had like all these first round picks on their team. You know, it's the
yep,
same. It's similar. So yeah, bro, the competitive like the competitive nature in those games was unreal, unreal.
dude. I say it all the time. Like, bro, the like games that we played when we were kids, like they meant something, bro. They weren't just, especially like Florida and Georgia, bro. Like we weren't messing around, bro. Like it wasn't for fun. Like we
No,
weren't playing for fun, bro. Like I don't. When people say like, "Oh, I played for fun," I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Yeah,
yeah,
I've never done that before.
yeah,
That's nice. Like have
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Like that's pretty cool. I play for fun now sometimes, bro. I do slow pitch softball. It's pretty fun, bro. But not, this wasn't how I
No,
played baseball, bro. We were
bro.
playing for keeps, cuz.
Yeah, dude. It's uh, for me, man. For me, fun is competing. You know what I mean? For me,
Winning,
yeah,
bro.
getting after it. I don't want to go out there and not keep score. You know, I tried to play um, slow pitch softball like a couple months back. And I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Because like I'm going up there, I have one good game, and then I'll start swinging and missing. I'm like, bro, I can't do this. Like, I'm not gonna fight in front of these people, man. Like, if I go out here, I want to win. I want to know I'm doing good. I want to at least give my time and effort into whatever I'm doing, you know. And I don't know. It's just funny to think about that because I think that's what's amazing about watching kids today is just that how hard they're working, how much they're giving, to their craft, to their profession, and that's what it's all about, in my opinion. That's what makes a professional. Somebody who works their butt off and gives as much effort as they can and time to something they enjoy and something that they love.
Yo, is it crazy to see those kids how hard they work nowadays? Like we went to class, Jacob. Like kids don't go to school anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Um,
what do you think that's good or what?
I think I mean, you talking about going to class? Are you
Like,
saying like,
bro, these kids are like in high school and they work out like me and you, bro.
yeah,
Like they're
yeah,
on the same schedule. Like they're
hmm
going to train when we're training.
yeah. I think it's some of it's necessary. You know what I mean? I think with how we keep using this word, but how competitive it is now, bro. Like you have to be ready. At the same time, school is extremely important, as you know, as I know.
As you know, boy,
Yeah, you
don't
can't
play,
do it.
don't come into your house with no bad
No.
grades, bro.
Hey, bro, that stuff's serious, man. You know that is something that will carry on um for more than your playing career. You know what I mean? Like you know, dudes aren't gonna you're gonna live more of your life away from the game than playing it. And you have to be able to prepare yourself for life after playing the game, and because it's not always going to be there. It's not always going to show you the same love that that you give it, right? The game can be cruel to you. The business can be cruel to you. So it's like you better plan for everything after that. You want to be able to set up a future for yourself that's gonna um, give you love and just care for whatever you want to do after. You know.
And I think especially baseball, bro, because listen, baseball again, man. Like baseball is a sport that you can give it all to, and it might not give you anything back.
Mm,
But of course, that's anything though, right? Like you got to put everything into it. But baseball is also a sport that you really can't do all day long. Like
mm,
you almost will hurt yourself doing that. So like finding something to also feed another part of your, like yourself, right? Like, hey,
mm,
go to school, go to class. Like
yeah.
that is a good thing, bro. Like that's
Yes.
not a bad thing to like learn and
Yeah.
do these things. And it gives you time away from the game.
Hmm.
Not it's almost part of it. It's
Yeah.
part of the recovery process is getting off of it. Like that's
Yeah.
just as important as like how important is recovery for you during your career?
Um, it's huge. Uh, whether it's mental recovery or physical recovery, getting treatment from you know PTs and stuff like that. I think the mental side is probably the biggest. Like for me, I started doing photography That was something that I really came to love and enjoy. Just because like I feel like I have an artist mindset. You know, I'm pretty pretty free spirited in a lot of ways. So I love just to look at art, to go to museums. This is something like my mom and my brother kind of put me on. Go to museums and check out different kind of art. Um, just simple things, bro. Anything, creating, finding a hobby. You know, finding something that you love besides playing the game, and uh, and it'll help. It'll help slow the game down for you, to be honest, because it's just like you finally have something else that you can that you're really passionate about that it doesn't cost you anything. You know what I mean? It just there's no if I go and take a bad picture here that I have to sit down the next 2 games because I didn't play well. You know what I'm saying? Like it's trippy stuff, man. But and then taking care of your body is huge though. You know, like the physical parts of it. You have to. You're not going to play this game for forever. Um, you know the wear and tear that we put on our bodies as baseball players from since we were freaking 10 years old, bro. Like that stuff catches up. You know, it doesn't leave you. And so it's like you always want to put yourself in a position that you can move around and be able to do stuff. If we have families and we have kids one day, you know what I mean. So
Pops literally told me that goes, yo, you want to run around with your kids one day, you better take care of that body, bro.
that's
Because I used to run around again when you hit fly balls and stuff like that, and I'm thinking in my head like, dude, I can't walk, Jay. I can't walk, bro.
yeah,
It hurts, you
yeah.
know.
You're like that's it's crazy to say because I remember like just years like we're playing against you in pro ball. You know, you would get like still all these bags. I'm like, bro, like this dude out here stealing bags, like 24/7. I'm like, hey, bro, like I know how you got to get it, but dang, like take like understand at least not even just to you, but just like players, just understand what you're doing. You know, when you're doing that, and if you're putting that much work in, like, hey, I need you to get treatment. I need you to get into the cold tub after every game if you're gonna play that hard. Like just taking care of your body, taking care of your mental. So
Yeah, I remember that year, especially in low A, bro. Like, I felt like my body felt the best it had ever felt in my life. So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna run it for everything I got, bro."
straight
But
up,
then I was taking good care of my body, but I still exaggerated too much, bro. Like going that hard,
yeah,
it's not sustainable, bro. Like you literally cannot sustain that type of. I remember not wanting to run, and my manager just hitting it with a like, and I'm
yeah.
like, all right. And I still take off and I'm like,
Yeah.
and dude, my body hurts so bad, bro. And I remember getting to the off season and that off season, it hurt to get going again. Like it actually still hurt, you know.
Mhm. Like,
But yo, can we get back to let's get back to when you were a kid. All right. So
yeah,
obviously you were absolutely dominating. And now we get to high school, bro. Like fast forward into like when you get to high school. I think your brother already got drafted at that point, right?
mhm, yeah,
Obviously, 6 years.
sure. Mhm.
What like tell me how you felt going to high school. When did you start playing varsity?
I started playing varsity my sophomore year.
Dang, so what happened your freshman year, boy? They cut you out this oh, they tried you, bro. Let me hear
Oh,
that story.
um, shoot, my freshman year. Wow, this was a time. My freshman year, I didn't make varsity. I played JV. Pretty much like
Why,
help
bro?
politics.
Ah!
Yeah, politics. You know what I mean?
Let's
Like,
not even let's not get into it then. Let's not get too far into
nah,
it.
it's,
Unless you want to. Unless you want to.
no, I don't care. Like, and especially since you can like cut these clips. But
Yeah, yeah, I'll call whatever.
yeah, it's cool though. Like as a because I think we can use this as a learning experience for kids possibly, right? Like
Mhm.
I think my freshman year, I ended up playing JV. Didn't make the varsity team, for whatever reason, right? And at the same time, it was fun. I enjoyed the process of playing with my best friends, at school. That was something that I really like yearned for as a baseball player because playing at East Cobb, I started playing at East Cobb at 11, and this was just for my career after that. Like and having friends that I knew from my hometown growing up with and always wanted to play with before, like I always like that was a goal of mine. So I wasn't really frustrated as I probably could have been that
Mhm.
freshman year, not playing varsity. Um, but we ended up, I think we ended up losing in the championship for in JV in that year. Um, we might have lost like 1 or 2 games. Like our team was super raw, and It was fun, dude. Like it it gave me a love that it gave me a love for the game that I didn't realize that could happen again. You know, like because like high school, bro, like it's your homies, like bro, like this is the dudes who live next door, right down the street.
Yeah, your boys, bro.
Yeah,
Like the ones you were riding bike with, bro.
yeah,
Like
bro, like yeah, like all the time, bro. Like, it's just I don't know, it's just cool, like to experience that. It's cool.
that is sick. But did you face any learning curves when you got to varsity? Did you have to struggle now when you started playing at a higher level, or did you
Uh,
still see the same type of success?
same type of success. Yeah, yeah. To be honest, it was the same. Like it was the same as playing travel ball. Only difference was that it was colder
Yo, but you
weather.
guys lost in travel ball. I don't understand what you're talking
Oh,
about because
yeah.
you used to saw
Wait,
you didn't always see success in travel ball, as I can remember going
I
to pull out some numbers and stuff like that.
you can pull out all the numbers you want, bro. I didn't. I don't remember losing too much in travel ball, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I said once, because in 14, my 14th summer, I ended up fracturing my elbow pitching, and uh, in 15 and 16, like I don't remember us losing that many games at East Cobb.
You don't
Not saying
remember
I'm trying
losing
to
any
brag on
games?
East. Not trying to say I'm bragging on East Cobb. I'm more bragging on the players that we had. So,
Yeah.
um, so it was cool though.
I remember slapping up East Kyle a couple of times. No big deal, bro. Zach, yo,
Yeah,
somebody tell this man, bro, because this
we had a
man
squad.
obviously forgot.
South Florida League had a squad, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, it was you and Zach, bro. I remember y'all boys balling. I remember freaking seeing you at East Coast Pro. I think was it the Rock? It wasn't the Rockies team.
yes, it was,
It
bro. It
was,
was the
it
Rockies. It was the Rockies. Yeah, but
was.
you guys were nasty, bro.
Yeah,
You guys are nasty.
yeah, for sure, bro. It was
Oh my gosh, that team was dirty. Did you guys win that? I think you guys or whatever, however that went,
East Coast Pro.
huh?
East Coast
Like,
Pro.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember us losing that. Yeah,
Well, I
but
don't know if it was actually like a championship thing,
it
but like
wasn't.
you
It
guys,
wasn't.
it
But we
wasn't right.
no, it wasn't a championship. Yeah,
Yeah, but whatever games you did play, you guys won for
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
That
for
wasn't fair though. That team was way better than everybody. That was
Georgia
messed
boy.
up. You guys
Georgia
recruited though. I heard all those kids weren't from Georgia, bro.
Yeah, all right. We should have. We really should have put Georgia and Florida together, bro. That would have been lit.
No,
That'd
that
been
would have not been fair either, bro. It was already not fair.
straight up.
Oh man. All right. So you get into high school and obviously
Yeah.
you're dominating, but like when did I want to talk about like the recruiting process. You had already been through the recruiting process, I guess, in a sense with your brother. Like, did that help you as well? Like understanding it already? And how did you go about that? And when was the first time you got any notice from any schools?
I want to say I got my first offer my junior year of high school, and that was from Georgia Tech. I had got like a bunch of like letters in the mail
Letters.
and stuff. You know what I mean? But I never really had talked to a coach besides going to Tech because like Tech was like the Miami of Georgia
Mhm.
for us. Like, we would go to all the camps um, every offseason, and met Coach Hall at the time, or he's still the head coach there now, Coach Denny Hall, and just building those relationships with them. And so like I ended up getting offered from them. Um, I think I was interested in Clemson. Uh, that was another school, but then I think I only had one offer going into my senior year, and I think a lot of people were thinking that I was going to go to Tech, and to be honest, bro, I kind of wanted to grow up, and I wanted to get out of Georgia. I didn't feel like I felt like for me to grow up as a person, I would have to leave home, and so interesting enough, they were just talking about East Coast Pro. I bought out the East Coast Pro, and I want to say Gino was there. Our head coach in Miami. He was our assistant coach at the time, and our associate head coach at the time. And my dad had spoke with him, I guess at the showcase,
Mhm.
and my dad told me it was like, yeah, like Miami was there, and I was like, shoot. I was like, yo, if could you just tell them like I'll take anything and I want to go. Like if they throw me anything, like I'll slide because I felt like just for him to like reach out and communicate with my dad about me coming there, I was like, bro, like why wouldn't I take that? You know what I mean? Like that's respect, that's love, that's somebody who sees talent in me. So they ended up offering me over the phone, and I said, yo, I'm there before I even freaking like visit campus, bro. Like I swear to you, I never visited campus. I didn't meet Gino in person. I just literally just thought like I was like, man, Miami, like their history, the fact that they had so many good players come out of there. I was like, I knew that's the kind of track that I want to be on. Like they there's always big leaguers coming out of Miami, so why wouldn't I
Mhm.
go there? Why wouldn't I try to test that out and see a new environment? Because I was so used to traveling at the time too. So I I just said screw it, like let's do it.
Were you ever, like, a Miami fan before that? Were you like, "Yo, I would love to go to Miami?" Did that even, like, cross your head, or the only reason that came up is because of East Coast Pro?
So no, like I watch we would what was it? Fox Sports? Yeah, on Fox Sports South, like we'd have like sometimes Miami games would be on and I would see them and then obviously bro, like they were always winning, like the years like we
Mhm.
had Yonder, Yasmani, like I always saw
Yep.
them on TV at home. So even in Jamal Weeks too, like just
Oof.
seeing those guys, bro, like it made me think these dudes are in the big leagues. This is something that's the respect I have for that organization, for that program. So it wasn't. I wouldn't say I was a fan, but I definitely had respect and like I definitely had respect and like some love, just realizing that they were so good. Because I always, I tend to like the teams who are good. Like I don't like watching losing. So
Sorry, teams, bro.
it's always good to watch Miami play, man. Always.
Oh, man. Did you know Dale before going to Miami? Had you ever met Dale?
No, I might have maybe, but I want to say, um, well, we might have connected right before I left for college.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
really sure, but yeah, no, I didn't even know that like that until I went to my official visit.
That's because he was a football player. He said he was a four-star recruit in football. That's
Yes,
why
something
that's
like
why you
that.
probably didn't hear about him.
Something like that. Well, I knew he balled though. I heard he balled out in Miami, so I definitely that knowing some a black kid from Georgia was playing there was like really inspirational for me to even make that transition. So it was
That's
dope.
dope, bro. That is true. That is true. Somebody, like, from home too, bro. Like,
Right.
you're like, "Oh, yo, like, he's done it already." Like,
Yeah.
he'll walk me through it.
100%. Like you gotta, there has to be something there, right? Some kind of some kind
Connection.
of trust, some kind of yeah, bro. Like, you gotta be able to have that to be able to make that move. Because Miami from Georgia, from where I'm from to living in Miami is totally different. So like, I had to be ready for the adjustment.
Yo, even though, like, obviously I committed to Miami and that was awesome, but, like, how did how did you approach the draft your senior year, like, your senior year of high school? Were you still like, "Yo, if I get drafted, I'm going?" Like, what was your plan, like, that senior year?
My plan was shoot, like hopefully I got drafted in like the top 5 rounds to so where I can go. And then we ended up just not, I don't know whatever happened with a couple of teams. We ended up not doing that, and they were like, all right, like college is probably the best route for me. For me to grow up, for me to grow as a man, as a person, human being, and just do it. Like go to school, get your education, get those 3 to 4 years in, and enjoy that process. Like we weren't really stressing about um, if I had to go to pro ball yet because we already knew what it was like, and it was more about me getting the development I needed as a person so I could be better in myself later on in life.
Bro, it's funny you say that because I know you say obviously you're mature, but, like, you were very mature, and you even just said, like, "Oh, if I was gonna grow up, like, I had to get away from home." Like, what do you mean grow up? Like, weren't you always pretty mature? Like, what did you see that you needed, like, when it comes to, like, growing up and not going to, let's say, Georgia Tech, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and this isn't to knock anybody who stayed at home,
mhm,
because this is like that is I think it's a dope experience to stay at home.
yeah,
But for me, I felt like man, like I didn't want to live in Georgia as an adult later on in life, so I wanted to see more of the world. I love to travel. Maturity level, like to be to be okay with movement. Like I knew my goal and my mindset was like I want to be a big leaguer. Like that's the kind of the way I was thinking. I want to be a big league baseball player. So I'm gonna have to be able to be used to being out of the house. And I think it's funny too, bro. It's also something that I just saw with my brother. Like, I saw that he was traveling all the time. I saw that he was on the move, not knowing how hard it was. Me not really understanding that feel yet, that vibe. Um, but just seeing that, it made me think like, wow, like I need to go and do something different. I can't just be here, like everybody else. Like I don't want to just stick around and not see the world, see the country, because I feel like this country has just so much to offer, and that will help mold me into a better person. Give me a little bit more culture instead of just being a kid from the South and just knowing the things in the South. I think it's I think everybody should travel and see different places in this country, in the world, right? Like that's important, right, in my opinion.
Yo, tell me that first day you get off that damn plane in Miami, bro. Walk me through that culture shock because you've already hit it a couple of times and you wanted to travel, you wanted to see. So you
Bruh,
went to the dirty, dirty. You were already from
bro,
the South. Now you went to the dirty South,
bruh,
bro.
like you know, being going to stores and bro, and people not speaking English. You know what I'm saying? I walk into what's Stop and Shop, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stop and Shop across the street from the stadium. Like, um, they over here giving out, Cuban sandwiches, Cuban coffee, and they're not speaking English. I'm like, bro, like what? Like, I'm right here, like 10 minutes away from class, and they're not speaking English. Like, so what's going to happen in class, like in the classroom? You know what I mean? Like, I was super confused. Um, but it was amazing, man. Like my freshman year, like moving into those dorms, uh, you always came into the dorms. You always stayed over there, which is super dope. Like you came through. But it was so shocking, man. Like I was scared my freshman year. Like all my freshman year, it was tough. I was really nervous. I didn't really feel comfortable at all until like maybe towards the end of our season, which is like the whole school year and more. Um, but it was new, man. Being around a different language like that was totally different for me. Like I had never heard that much Spanish. I've never been around Cuban people. You know what I mean? And it just showed me respect. It showed me like respect in the relationships that you guys have and how you guys treat each other. It brought it gave me a lot more information than I thought about the culture down there.
Yeah. I mean, we get a obviously, bro, like we get a bad rap, but I don't think people understand like how loving like that
Bro,
culture down there is, bro. Like how much love and
it's
stuff we
family,
show each other.
bro. It's family, bro. Like I can't even explain it. Like being being a part of our program, being a part of Miami culture, bro, is everything. I might not be there all the time, but I care. I'm watching. I'm watching. The stats. I'm watching. Box scores of each game. Whenever I get a chance, because the way people treated me, no matter what happened on the field, they still treated me like family. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know if everybody can say that. And just like that energy, like or with other schools, but like that energy, the relationships that you build in college, the relationships that I built in Miami, I'm never gonna forget. Like they're always gonna be with me for forever. So
Yeah.
it was special. It was
No,
special.
and it's funny because I'll never forget. This is a Jacob story for whoever wants to hear it, bro.
Mm.
He got there and he goes, first thing I remember him saying, "I'm never gonna learn Spanish, bro. I'm not gonna be speaking Spanish." Now he fluent in Spanish. Whoa,
Hey, come
he
on,
left
bro.
there talking Spanish, bro.
Oh, yeah. Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, but you know me, but I was super stubborn, bro. So stubborn coming in, because of me being afraid. You know what I mean? Like I was just a kid who wasn't sure of himself in a way, and I tried to hang on to as much as I could from home, but I had to let it go. And once I let it go, that's when everything became dope. Everything was fun. And
Did you have a hard times? Like, I'm sure there was a lot of I stayed most nights in the dorms, but not every night, right? Like, did you have some nights that you were like, "Man, did I make the right decision coming here?" Like, did you have any of those nights that you're like, "Oh, this is tough."
yeah, most definitely. I think I think anybody's freshman year, and I think you could attest to this. Anybody's freshman year playing a sport in college would always be like their hardest year. You know what I mean? Like just the grind that you have to go through, the different the you got your seniors, juniors, how they treat you, and it's not bad. Like we ain't nobody
They
hazing.
they bully us, that's for sure.
But you know what I mean. But they on you. They on you. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
Tell Dell I said that too.
there's a certain there's a certain expectation that comes with came with being a Miami Hurricane. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
um, it was it was an experience to say the least.
All right, talk to me about the experience. Talk to me about outfield drills with Gino Damari, bro.
Yo, yo, hey, it was the hardest thing, but I love them the most.
Of
I'll tell you that.
course.
I love them the most. I take that mindset to this day, coaching my outfielders. Um, dude, he would have us lined up, and I mean, Gino would have us lined up like what? Say we had 6 outfielders, 3 and 3 front, and then we're behind. Freaking, he's telling us in and over, and we're all like, going to the right direction, like freaking,
Like
like we're
synchronized swimmers,
bro,
bro.
straight up, bro, like we're in the military, bro. What you mean, like, bro, like bro, we going in and over, open back up, like all these angles, horizontal coming across, bro. Like it was just like it felt like a drill sergeant, which I had no problem with. Like I thought it
Yeah.
was cool, bro. Like and the dope stuff about it was like we were all doing the same thing, and it made us compete with each other too. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, bro, we're out here, and this man Gino, bro, was the best with fungos, bro. Like
Unreal, bro.
bro, hitting balls in and over, everybody can yeah, bro, dive in on your chest, bro. Like practice was every day. Practice was like a game. I don't remember days that that we weren't practicing hard. So those drills with Gino, bro, they were freaking amazing, man. He made me such a better outfielder. It was dope.
Oh yeah. Yo, you know what's funny? When that thing, the 30 for 30, the U came out,
Mhm.
and they were talking about like, oh, bro, games were easy. Like, yo, we had to practice against these dogs. And
Yeah,
I remember that coming out and being like, yo, Gino's wearing us out right now, bro. Like the game has to be easy. I hope the game's easy
straight
because
up, bro.
if it's this hard, I can't play the outfield
Oh,
in college,
hey,
bro.
you can't, bro. Dude,
Oh man.
those guys, he pushed us, man.
Oh
He
yeah.
pushed us.
He
That
ha
was
he Yo, the only person that I think he couldn't push was Ricky, bro. I think Ricky just finessed him, bro. Ricky still talks to me to this day like, "Yo, you guys were out there trying too hard, bro. I just cheated. Like, I just cheated."
every time, bro. Had me pissed off,
Yeah.
bro. Pissed off, man. Rick
And
out there
Gino's like, "You
cheating.
see, that's how you guys have to do it." Oh, he ran before you hit the
Yes,
ball. That's messed up, obviously, bro.
it'd be so funny. You would call that stuff out too.
Yeah.
He'd be so pissed. Oh my goodness, man.
But then I stopped, bro. I was like, all right, you know what, bro? If he ain't getting in trouble for it, I'm gonna cheat too, bro. I'm trying to get these balls, bro. I
I
keep
know y'all
dropping
do.
it by a step.
Yeah, every time. I see it. Yeah, it
Oh man.
was amazing, bro.
Yo, bro, it was a movie, bro. Yo, tell me, like, what was your I know, obviously, I said I don't want to get to sophomore year yet, but I want to get to sophomore year already.
Mhm.
But I'm like, what do you remember about like your freshman year that was like kind of a turning point where you're like, oh, all right, like I could do this. Like
Okay.
I belong here. I
Uh,
belong here. Like, where was it that you said like what like you said earlier, like when was it that you're like, I fit in here, this is my place, this is where I need to be?
um, ACC tournament. I think I had like a game-winning RBI against. I forgot who it was. It'd been like Duke or something like that, or Clemson. I don't know. I had like a game-winning RBI, and I finally started a couple games, and like once I did it on that stage and at the tournament in Greensboro, I was like, bro, like I can do this. It's the same game that we've been playing since we were little kids. Uh, and then also I felt like I also earned the respect of the veterans. Um, the Alex Hernandez, the Dale Carey's, like the Todd Palmers. You know what I mean? Like I really earned their respect, and once I did that, I feel like it was super easy. Um, but to fast forward, or I'm not going to fast forward yet because
Go
we're.
ahead. No, you don't go all the
Oh,
way. Don't go all the
no,
way, bro.
no,
Don't
okay, okay, I got you, I got you, I got you. But
all
then
right.
to fast forward to the playoffs against what who went to the regionals that year against and played against Texas
Tech.
Tech at home. Um, Playing in that game also helped me too, because that was something that really mattered for the school. And I remember that all like that year or the beginning of that season, they were talking about how our baseball team really didn't do a lot, like how we didn't really earn earn being the Hurricane. I'm like, bro, like we literally won the ACC outright. Like we had the best record in the ACC that year. So it's kind of really dope for us as players to shut up those haters. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a part of like our Miami culture, right? Like the fans are always on us. They're always telling us, we can do better, which
Yep.
I love it, bro. That's what we want. I want my fans to expect the best out of us. You know what I mean? So um, playing in those games, like the tournament and then the regionals, that gave me so much confidence going into the next year because it was like, bro, ain't nothing else harder than this. And then losing to Texas Tech, it's like, bro, like, all right, like we have something to come back to. I have something back to fight for. Um, And yeah, it was just amazing. Like I think those were things that kind of let me know I was there and I made it.
So talk about that second year though. Like talk about getting to a point where you're like, all right, I belong here. I've played. I know I can play at this level. And then maybe how did things go? How did you feel? And where was it that you were like, all right, man, like now it's time. Like now it's time to turn it on. Was there a time like that? Was there not?
Nah, I think coming in that sophomore fall, I was already ready, man. Like, like I had like when I had seen you and Zach, y'all had started the year before, and I didn't feel like I was too far behind you guys in terms of like level of competition. And I was like, bro, like I feel like I can join these dudes. You know what I mean? I can join y'all on the roster and ball out. And and then we had like good players coming in. We had Carl Chester coming in. You know what I mean? Like so, like it was like competition is there. And I was like, I'm ready. And so just balling out my sophomore year in the fall was freaking amazing. And then obviously we ended up having a great year overall for everybody. Like I feel like everybody on our team hit like 300 that year.
Except me and Ricky, bro. By the way, me and Ricky are the only two guys, including people that didn't start. It didn't matter, bro. We hit 280. Both of us hit 280.
Oh, but
Everybody else hit.
but bro, those are just still amazing years for
I
everybody.
know, I know, I know.
Our team is so yeah, but our team is so raw, man.
But we were the worst players on the team by far.
Hitting 280, hitting 280, bro.
But obviously that was a super, super, super special year. But now I want you to tell me about. Hold up, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up. Tell me about this moment right here. Tell me about what this moment means to you, your family, your life. Like, tell me what Um, this did for you, bro. This did for you, in general. Let me see if we could. Tell me if you can see what I'm showing you right now. You see
Yes,
what we're seeing?
yeah, yeah,
You see it?
yeah.
Talk to me about
And
this
a
moment
pitcher
right
with
here,
the
bro,
stuff and
please.
the capability,
Man,
really trying to put it in play here.
it was one of the best moments of my life. As a baseball player. It man,
Oh!
it made me want to cry, dude. Ben Attendee, bro, out there in center field too. Carl, yeah. Um, it was one of the greatest moments of my life, man. Because I feel like that year I was being tested. I felt like I did a lot to earn a starting job. I didn't start right out the gate. You know, um, I was frustrated. It was ups and downs. It was a roller coaster the whole year. I was frustrated because I wasn't playing. I was thinking about freaking leaving. Trying to stop playing in Miami, and uh, just because I was so passionate about playing, and I was so passionate about my skill. But I had the right people around me. I had my family around me who helped me a lot that year, and had great teammates like you, Willie, and Bowley, bro, and Brian Garcia. Like you guys helped me be me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that's like something real. Like, I probably never really told you guys that. You know what I mean?
Wow,
But
bro.
but
Yo, gosh,
yeah,
bro.
it's real. It's
Damn,
real
dude,
though.
every time you guys.
It's real though. Hey,
Holy
it's
shoot,
real
man.
though.
I'm not
It's
crying
real.
again, bro.
It's real, man. Because like we had times that year, bro. Even towards the end of the season, when I earned my starting spot, on that team, and uh, I was balling. I was hitting 300 or whatever. Like nobody could stop me. I was stealing bags, doing everything, and I think I want to say you and Brian came with me because I remember y'all were telling some of the coaches like, hey man, like he ain't happy. We gotta let this dude know like he ain't happy. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
We got to keep this dude, man. And finally, once we got the playoffs, like I was like, man, I'm a Hurricane. Like I always knew I was a Hurricane, bro. Like if I went to any other school, bro, I'd been wearing Miami stuff on campus. Bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I wouldn't have cared about none of those people. But man, like that year was phenomenal. Working up to that year, from the regionals to super regional to that at bat, through that at bat was everything. It was hard work. It was sweat. Tears. It was the best. It's the biggest stage that we could ever play on. You know what I mean? Like that was our first time back to the College World Series in forever, and me being there, man, like and doing that with you guys, like it was everything. Like there's no bigger game, there's no bigger situation I don't think I've ever played in besides that one right there. So it was amazing.
Dude, bro, it was like watching that all happen, bro. Like from an outsider's perspective, it was like it was just so fulfilling because we all saw what you had gone through. Like,
Yeah.
we all saw, like, the and again, bro, like, I almost feel like you just handle things so well, and you are so mature, and, of course, I'm crying again.
Good, bro.
But, bro but, bro, like, you never showed we all knew that you were frustrated because you were just a competitor, but
Mhm.
you never allowed that to, like, affect the way you treated everybody around you.
Mm.
Like, you still showed love, like, you still were there for everybody else. You were frustrated that you weren't playing, but you weren't upset who was playing, or you weren't like, you didn't let
Yeah.
that kind of derail you from, like, showing everybody love, like, being on the
Mhm.
top step, like, being the one that was supporting us the most, even during a season like that where we were absolutely destroying people, and it's like, you should probably be playing, like,
Yeah,
you should be on the field.
sure.
And it's like, you never let that affect you, so when everything comes full circle in the end of the season and something like this happens, like, everybody in that dugout, everybody in that locker room, including the guy that maybe wasn't writing your name
Mhm.
in the lineup,
Yeah.
even he had to understand, like, "Wow, bro, like, yo, that's Mr. Hayward, bro,"
Yeah.
like, yo, he really
Yeah,
said that, bro, in
yeah,
the press conference.
yeah. It was,
Like, what did it feel to hear him say something like that? Like, and in a sense, right, like,
mhm.
it all comes full circle, bro, like,
Yeah.
you used to be the manager at Georgia Tech, you're from Georgia, like,
Mhm.
now
Yeah,
you're Miami, like, I don't know, now I start to because yo, my brain goes
no, it
crazy,
should be. Yeah,
and,
it's
like, how did that feel when he technically defended you, like, right there? I mean, I was there, you were there, like, he
yeah.
was there, it was like, he straight up said, like, "Nah, bro, like, you respect this man."
Yeah, it was dope. Um, it was more just confirming something that I feel like I already knew, if I'm being real. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I was that good. I felt like we were that good. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't about me in that situation. It was like, dang, like, we got dudes in the nine hole going 3 for 3 with a 2-run homer, and then, you know, hitting a walk-off single in the gap on a breaking ball for one of the top closers in college baseball and top closers in the SEC. You know what I'm saying? Like, it confirmed what I knew about the Hurricanes, bro. It
Yep,
confirmed,
the swagger, the everything.
bro, we were the guys, bro. Like, we had the best offense that year, man. Like, batting average was ridiculous. Our on base percentage, I want to say our on base percentage that year was in the 400s as a team. I want to say, and Gino can probably tell me what number it was. He always said this, like, one thing we always talk about is our offense, but our defense, we had like the highest fielding percentage in the country that year. You know what I'm saying? So it's
You
like,
take away George, we were probably the best.
hey, bro.
I'm
Oh, like,
kicking
yeah,
it
no,
around, bro. I used to play right field and second base. I'm just saying, bro.
no,
Nah,
bro. Dude.
at least he hit. Well,
Yeah,
he hit
no, he
more
fucking
runs in.
right, bro. Yeah, he hit Skandarian, bro. That boy could not stop getting hits, man. Oh boy, but yeah, like, we were the Miami Hurricanes, bro. We were the U. It was about us, and I was just proud to be a part of that team because the teammates that I had, you guys were it. You guys were phenomenal.
Oh,
Something I'll never forget.
and then of course, bro, like obviously that year was great, but then like we top it off with another amazing year, right? Like how did it feel going into your junior year? Like how excited were you to not only play every day, obviously,
Yeah,
but but also get ready to kind of pursue your professional career as well?
yeah. It was a joy, man. The one trippy thing about that year was that I had never experienced playing every day. I didn't know how to handle that. Um, but at the same time, like, it was still fun. Like, it was freaking phenomenal. Like, I never knew how to handle that. And uh, but at the same time, like, our team was. You hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
You get me? Our team was phenomenal, bro. Like, I think I want to say we ended up being number one in the country at some point that year. Like, we had so much confidence. Like, it's the same thing, that the mindset that I had when we played in the World Series the year before. It was like, bro, like, we're gonna do what we need to do to win. Like we got so many players on this team who are going to get drafted. You know, what I mean? Like everybody's going to come and watch us play. Like it's just going to be one of those years. It's going to be fun. So it was amazing, bro. Like uh, it taught me that year. Also taught me how to, how to do anything to win, even when you're a starter. You know, even when you're not feeling like you're doing, amazing. And granted, I think I hit like 240 or 250, and that's not 240 and 250 is really not just like a bad batting average in like real life, but and but at that time the expectations were so high that I feel like it was a lot of pressure on myself. You know what I mean? The pressures of being a top pick and being the guy is totally different than from being, a role player who came off the bench the year before, you know. But at the same time, like that's why having Zach as teammates and Brian Garcia, like it was a difference maker, because you guys have done it for what a full 3 years, and I'm doing it my 1 year, but I'm learning from you guys and how you guys operate and how you approach things, which helped simplify things for me. But yeah, bro, like overall with that year, it was freaking phenomenal because we ended up going back to the Cosmos. Like, and we were not losing games. We didn't. We didn't really lose, bro, in our careers in Miami. So it was
Nah,
freaking good.
nah. Whoever lost in college, I can't really relate, bro.
Hey,
Sorry.
come on, talk it,
Sorry, bro.
talk it, bro.
Sorry. I
Come
don't
on,
remember it. Check the
thank you,
scoreboard.
thank
Check
you,
the
bro.
scoreboard,
Please,
kid. Numbers don't lie.
they don't. They don't.
Yo, it was crazy. I had Yonder on, and we were going back and forth about whose team was better. I go, listen, I get it, bro. You guys had a bunch of first rounders, but like we would have splacked you, bro.
Yeah, I
And then
agree.
he's like, nah, bro, like we were the better team. So I checked out the numbers, and they won one more game than us.
Wow.
Like our junior year and their junior year, like '08 and 16, they won one more game. And I was like, bro, we still would have clapped you, bro.
Oh,
Straight up.
for
We would
sure.
have put it on them. And then we would have yo, did you ever watch a video of Jamal doing jumping jacks on home plate at FSU?
No,
Bro,
no.
this man straight up, they had to end the game on the Sunday. It kind of happened to our year too. Like we had to finish, we did a doubleheader or something like that. Maybe ours got rained out, but they had to finish a game because of like the curfew.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And they ended and they won the series on that Sunday. This man got on home plate because they didn't want to come shake hands because the game just ended like if it was like a
Yeah.
timing, a time.
That's
And
lit.
this homie's doing it
That's
freaking
lit. That's lit,
at
bro.
Florida State, bro.
Love it.
Oh man.
Love it.
But dog, all right, so all right, I know we've been here for an hour, but bro, do you have one more little quick
You need
segment if you don't mind?
what you need.
And we're gonna have to jump back on anyways,
Yeah,
so it don't
got it.
matter, bro. We're doing 100
Yeah.
this year, so you're gonna
Oh,
be
come
this
on.
one and then another one and another one. So we got plenty to go. But
Yeah.
bro, talk to me about the feeling of first getting to pro ball. Talk to me about like how it felt
Hmm.
to play at that level and um being able to do it well, obviously, very well, but for so long. But also, did you have some growing pains there? Was that like a time that you were like, oh shoot, like, hey, this is a different level? Or did you automatically get into that, like, hey, I'm a pro mode, like this is what I gotta do, let's get it done?
Automatically went into the pro mode. Um, because I mean, college, the coaches, they're on us 24/7.
Mhm.
When I get to pro ball, there's nobody watching me, and so, but the great thing about college was that it taught me accountability. So I was accountable for everything I did. I had Miami that taught us how to prepare, how to be there for early work. So I would do that, like rep it out like crazy. I had my own routine set because I went to college and I learned that stuff. So my confidence was through the roof, and I didn't have anybody breathing down my neck. You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, bro, like this is perfect. You know what
I'm
I'm saying? Like,
chilling.
yeah, like this is what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to play. Baseball is now my job, and I get to eat, sleep, and breathe it. Like, bro, I'm not complaining. Like, so, like at that time, my just coming in, it was amazing. It
Yeah.
was so easy, so easy.
Do you think you would have been ready now looking back? Like, do you think if that high school Jacob would have signed, like, would you have been in the same position, or do you like where's your head at when it comes to like,
Oh
damn,
man,
if I would have signed out of high school?
I don't know who I would be right now. I'll tell you that, bro. I don't think my personality would have made it.
Really?
I don't know, bro. I don't
Why
think
is
so.
that? What do you mean?
'Cause I'd be so like I'd be too competitive. Like I would be probably trying a college guy who was like a first round pick in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Like in professional, if I came out of high school, I'm telling you, I wouldn't have cared, bro. I wouldn't have cared if this guy won golden spikes. Like, I'd have been talking my trash. Would have had problems in the locker room. Somebody would have to come in like calm it down. Like, and of course nobody's gonna calm it down because I'm not gonna allow it to calm down. Like
Yeah, you're a man, bro. And at the end
you
of the day, things
know what
gotta
I'm
get
saying?
done the way things
Come
gotta
on,
get
bro.
done.
Come on. Like I still had that kid, that immaturity in terms of competitiveness and taking it too far. Like I didn't know how to separate it at
Mhm.
the time. So I think college really helped me separate that competitive nature in me. Thank goodness. It's still there, obviously. We you know that,
Of
but
course.
no,
Of
it's crazy.
course.
It's crazy.
Yo,
But yeah,
how many times do you think it's crazy because I forgot who I told this story to the other day because they were like, "Yo, I can't believe you and Jacob were on the same like college team. Like that must have been scary for other teams to have to go play against you too. Like probably not the team you want to mess with, right?" Like I'm like, "Yeah, bro. Like people didn't really mess with us, really." And then I mean, honestly, no, they
bro,
didn't.
freaking
But
amazing, bro.
yeah, and then but then they go, "Damn, what about in pro ball?" Like, it's funny because like, you don't really hear about Willie or Jacob really getting into we got
Yeah,
into our things, but
yeah,
it's like, it's because we always played against each other. Like,
yeah.
half the games that we played were against each other, so
Yeah.
nothing ever happened because the
Yeah.
best friends were on other teams, so it was
Yes.
like, "Oh, watch
Yes.
out, bro. You don't know where this homie you you don't know what this homie's gonna do when
Bro,
things pop
straight
off."
up, straight up, bro. That's so funny you said that because and I mean playing against you guys like playing against the Rockies like more career, just building relationships with like the Colton Welkers, bro, the kid came from Miami, the Vince Fernandez, like
Yeah, bro.
you us bringing guys together helped helped me to be honest. Because if I was playing them and I didn't know them, bro, I would have been on some BS, bro. All day. I already know it. I'm already knowing it, bro.
Yep, yep.
So
It's funny because I used to tell people too, like, we were friends with the guys on our teams even more so than some of the guys on our actual team that year because, like, we played every level with the same guys
yeah,
and against the same guys. Like,
right.
you don't it's like, bro, that's been
Right.
my boy for 3 years already, bro. Like, I don't even know you yet, bro.
Yeah, facts, facts,
Like
facts. You keep
that's
this
my
homies
guy.
for sure, 100%.
Oh man, it's cool. But yo, all right, last thing right here. Hold on. I gotta show you one more thing.
Go ahead.
Yo, I was gonna ask you the last thing that we're gonna talk about is the new rules in baseball. And
Okay.
the reason, especially, I want to talk to you about this, I haven't brought this up with anybody because you know what's coming.
Come on.
Let's see, because of this right here.
Oh boy.
Please walk me through
Hey.
what the heck happened here.
Okay. 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 This is funny. I was talking to somebody at the complex about this the other day.
So what happened, bro? Obviously, you had the zone, right? So
Mhm.
the guy strikes you out. Boom.
Mhm.
What do you say? What do you say right here?
I didn't say anything to the umpire.
At
Uh,
all?
at all. I promise you. So at Salt River, I think
Uh
that's the
huh.
field, right?
Yep.
You know, they have the computer system up top, and I was just like, dang, like, bro, come on, because that's what everybody was doing that year in the fall league. Like
Yeah.
whenever
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
would strike out on a tough pitch in the fall league, they'd point up at the camera system up top, or whatever,
Uh
just
huh.
messing around. And that's what happened. Like I ended up doing that. Um, I think the guy said like, "Hey, bro, like, it wasn't." He was like, "It's not me," and I was like, "Bro, like, I know it's not me. I know it's not you. I wasn't talking to you." And then out of nowhere, he just stood me out. Yeah. So, but
Just like that. What did he tell the manager? Did he tell anything to the manager at all? Like,
it's, it was a part of it, man. I can't even trip on it, and I don't even know if I want this too much of it to be out. But for the most part, the pitch was a tough pitch, bro. And I don't mind. I do not mind at all, bro. If they do an automatic strike zone, I think it will be better, in my
mhm.
opinion. I would enjoy watching that instead of having somebody missing pitches. It would make the game fun.
Okay, Jacob, but that pitch was never a strike.
It clipped
Was
it.
it? Was it ever a strike? Seriously.
No, no.
Uh,
But that's why, like, bro, I feel like it'd be cool if they put like make it a 3D make it through.
Oh, gotcha.
For the bottom, so it can like clip a certain amount of play. I think that'd be dope. But
Like it has to go down like on the back third of that 3D model or whatever.
sure, 100%.
Oh, gotcha. Because that might have clipped the front of the 3D
Yeah,
model, but it's like, bro, it's at the front of the plate.
yeah, that's not gonna work. Nah, that's not gonna work, dog. Not for me at least.
Yeah, no, that would have been tough. Yo, what's up? What do you got on the time clock now? Obviously, we had it. We had it hard our first year in Double A,
Yeah, I love it.
but now it's in the big leagues. What do you think about it?
I love it. Game needs to be moving faster, bro. Like I think you'll have like I want to say I think you were talking to Zach about it or something on one of your podcasts. That like there might be like a tough situation right in the game.
Oh, that's right. Zach did say that.
Yeah, like a clutch situation or something like that, like in the World Series. Yeah, we can have grace, but I feel like the clock is perfect, man. Like people are not like at least for me, bro. I'm not trying to watch a dude stand in the box for 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's only like 4 pitches been thrown, I'm good on that. It's not good TV.
Yeah,
Like we like in my opinion, the baseball player in me, like of course, like I want to be able to take my time.
swag it out.
You know what I'm saying? But if I feel like if the game is to grow, we have to make it make it enjoyable to watch. You know what I mean? So like this is something that might not be as player friendly right now, but once everybody gets adjusted and the fans start to even enjoy it even more, like why not do this? In my opinion.
Yo, they showed the video of somebody like the fans count. That happened to us too. I know we had to do it because we had it in 19 in Double A, but enforced too because in 2021 they didn't really enforce it at all.
Yeah.
But the whole stadium's counting.
Yeah,
like that adds another element to the game.
That's lit, bro.
Yo, that's hilarious, bro.
It is. But what you think about it though? Like because like I see both sides. I have no answer to it.
Bro, I love it. Listen, bro, one of the things that I think really like I struggled with was how long games would last. Like knowing that I had to go there the next day and do it all over again. Like, dude, I honestly used to be like a proponent on like, yo, give me a 2.5-hour clock, bro.
Sure.
Like, and it is what it is. Like, people are playing the game. The Nestor Cortezes are on the mound dancing, and like, you got to get in the box if you want. Like, it's almost like a strategy. Like, just like basketball. Like, hey, you're dribbling out the clock. Like, you're looking at the clock. You have like a time clock for the inning. Like, that's what I think would be best. But since this is the option, I don't think games should be ending on it though. I don't.
That's real.
Like, bro, I literally am the person that loves the time clock because I think games are way too long. Yeah. But bro, that 9th inning, that 8th inning, maybe 8th and 9th inning, like when that closer's coming into the game and you're like, yo, this guy's thinking about every single pitch.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It's hard, man. It's hard at the end of the game. I'm like, like I wanted Julian Fernandez. Like I want those, like Justin Lawrence. I want that homie in there, like walking around the mound, hissing at people. Like that homie's throwing 100 from down low, bro. Like you don't know what's coming. You're like the chess match starts at that part of the game, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? If it's maybe like a 5-point lead, like a 5-run lead. Yo, if you can't tie the game with a
homer,
look at me, bro. I don't even remember baseball no more. Freaking grand slam, bro. Grand slam. If you can't tie with a grand slam, there's a pitch clock. But if you could tie with a grand slam, like bang the pitch, that's actually a good idea. If you could tie it with a grand slam, past the 7th inning, no pitch clock.
I'm with it. I mean, there's got to be it takes a certain focus to do this job, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it speaks. What you're saying speaks to that.
Yo, think about it. You're in the World Series, bro. Perfect example. The Chapman at bat that we were. Damn, I didn't even get to that. We'll talk about the World Series next time. Okay. But the Chapman at bat against who was it? Who? Rajay Davis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bro, tell me that at bat, bro. Please tell me that at bat with a pitch clock if it holds the same weight.
Yeah, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't. I don't think. It rushes the process.
Rushes it, bro. That was like, I could watch that at bat back right now and be like, yo, I remember how I felt at that pitch. And then it's
Totally.
like, oh, he fouled another one off, and he's
Totally.
choking up more. He's choking up more. He's choking up more. Like this homie stepped out and said, "Let me choke up a little more here."
Right.
It looked like he was playing in like a
No,
clown. It wasn't even like a real thing.
facts. Yeah.
And this homie hit a homer with a barrel in his hand.
Yeah.
This bro, this homie hit a home run like this, Jacob, like this, bro.
Yeah.
Did he not?
He did, bro. I swear. Yes. He
Come
did.
on, cuz like he thought about that.
Sure.
He went like this. He went like that. He went like this, like,
Yeah.
and kept fouling it off. Like,
He turned it around too, and then
and
pressure.
bro,
It's crazy.
like, come on, man. Like, you can't say that that's not special, bro. Like that moment right there was special, man. You can't rush that.
No,
You can't rush that.
it's dude, that I remember watching that. That was freaking crazy, bro. It was so loud, in that stadium. It's crazy. Yeah. I forgot.
Yo, how were you feeling during the rain? Like the rain delay?
Randomly, I don't, bro. Randomly, I don't remember it too much. I think I was just I actually no. I was feeling that they were gonna come back. I felt like that time of the game when everything just stopped. It's like, bro, like there's momentum being built. You know what I'm saying? Guys are having time to think about this. Guys are sitting on it. Guys are starting to get more motivated. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting around realizing, bro, this is it. This is game 7. Ain't nothing else to do besides try to win it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? There's nothing else to do besides try to win this game because you're not going to come out of the dugout, especially with a team that talented. Come out of the dugout and expect to lose or try to lose on your last game that you know that this might be the last time everybody in this locker room is going to play with each other. You know what I mean? Like that's a thing. And so like I felt like they were going to come back. I knew they were going to come back. So
What'd your brother say, bro? I heard he had something crazy. He said something in that locker room, bro. I kept hearing like as soon as you guys won, and all of a sudden this man, everybody comes down and says, I don't know, Jason said this speech. I'm like, what the heck did he say, bro? He said some magic words, bro. It's baseball. I don't know, but
must have. It worked, but nah, man. All I know is, bro, he cared for that team deeply, man. And who I know who my brother is, bro. Like, you know, when he speaks, most of the time, you know, it's a lot of people are listening. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh yeah.
So it's probably it had to be special.
Man. Yo, Jay, listen to me, bro. You don't understand how much I appreciate this. I'm sorry for taking so much of your off day.
Good.
But now you know you got to come back, bro, because we got too much more to talk about.
I'm about it. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. We got to get one mid-season, bro. I want to get it like while you're in the trenches, bro.
Oh, for sure. I think I might have some solid stories.
Oh, yes, bro. I want to hear more about the coaching and stuff like that too.
Sure.
Oh, bro. Hey, I appreciate you, dog. I love you, bro. And enjoy the rest of your day.
Love you too, dog. Later, bro.
All right, bro. Peace.